Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, for our second game of the day here at Mount Smart Stadium number 2. Marist Saints up against the Papatoetoe Panthers in the Under-15 Championship Final. Team list up on your screen right now. And the two sides making their way onto the field. You see that in the background there. So the second of the 4 grand finals. We are live streaming today. Those team lists that are on your screen, all the numbers will remain the same. A couple of omissions in the Marist squad. Players who are in the initial game day squad but won't make the final 17 for this one. So the two teams now making their way out towards halfway. And our match official, the middle referee, is Casey Gribble, and he is assisted by Zane Richardson and Garth Mitchell on the sides. Garth Mitchell coming off the middle from the earlier game, so his second game of the day. First game of the day for Casey Gribble and Zane Richardson. Saints on screen going through their final chat. 4th position in the regular season. They've battled their way through to the grand final. It's a fair old effort from Tony Lyman's team. So Marist now break out. Papatoetoe, they're already set. They're ready to go. Marist now get into formation. It's going to be the Saints who get things underway, and Papatoetoe with first use of the ball. If you are just tuning in, earlier the Manurewa Marlins won the Under-14s grand final, winning that one over the Glenora Bears. So here we go. All set and ready. Under-15 championship grand final. And it is the Panthers who get straight into it and straight into the heart of it. A little bit of play at the line here from Papatoetoe. Interestingly, these two teams, they scored exactly the same amount of points through the regular season. 368 points each. So the attack well balanced, and a nice short ball at the line here now, and brings in, looks like the winger Moala. Now off the back fence, they charge forward, and that's a brilliant carry from Skelton. Swinging out the back now, and to the sky they go here, Papatoetoe, and the chase is good. It's going to be allowed to bounce by Marist. Cleaned up there, and excellent chase from Papatoetoe. They'll trap him in goal, and well done to Mark To'o. The chase there, brilliant legs tackle down low, and they trap him in goal. It really did look like for a minute there that Marist probably could have let that ball bounce dead. It looked like it certainly had plenty on it, but made the decision to play at it, and the kick chase Papatoetoe, they are rewarded for that one as the Saints prepare to get us back underway off the boot of Sebastian Jack. is a long one, 40 on the fly and cleaned up, and now they will get back into it via Skelton, who spots up and looks for a smallish defender to run at. Short ball at the line. Bring in the number 12, Papatoetoe Smith. We do apologise if we misidentify some of the players today. These Papatoetoe jerseys, almost impossible to pick up the numbers with the colour scheme they have gone with, unfortunately. So we will do our best to identify them. Certainly on the close-up shots, we'll be able to get a look now. And Manu Lelua is the ball handler. 15 out from the line, and they go short side now, involving the halfback, Parisi. Ball is put down, though, and Marist clean up. Pahulu, the man on the ball. Forward now via Funamoana. Short side out of dummy half. Nice little play there from Stanley Ioni. Just a bit of shape there from the Marist side. Looking good with their first use of the footy here, and they get to the kick via Lyman. And it is fielded, and I want it back now by Tongia Siluapi. Just struggling for yardage a little bit this set here. Papatoetoe. Makiha clears the ruck. They'll go down the left side, a bumping carry forward. Fall down just short of the 40. Papatoetoe get to their kick, and it's a long one. The wingers are up. This is a good kick. It's in behind Jack, who goes back, and again, the kick chase is brilliant. Once again, led by To'o, although Jack looks up and returns that one nicely. Represents Akarana at age group level, Sebastian Jack. And it sounds like we're just starting to pick up some of the referee audio now coming through our headphones. And it may be a little on and off, ladies and gentlemen, so we do apologise for that. Swing out the back now, they go down the short side, and now it's picked up. And now Papatoetoe are into space. This is Tongia Siluapi, I think, who breaks free, but Sebastian Jack does really well to track back and pin him down. They're 19 out from the line. Picking it up from dummy half was Lingi Penny, who takes them now to within 9 metres of the line. Tongia Siluapi, low ball, which is cleaned up nicely. And now there's space on this left edge here. Now Papatoetoe could be in. He slipped just at the wrong time there, I think. Liatoa, the captain. And now they will straighten via the standoff. Manu Lelua. Centralise. Looking at the line, and too easy. Straight through, and Papatoetoe will lead. Let's take a look on the ARL instant replay. Some really good work in lead up to this one. They went close a couple of times. A slow play the ball, but it didn't matter in the end. In the end, it looks like Parisi, who slides through for the try under the post. 4-0, kick to come. Back then, Troy Hardy. Well, Troy, a fairly physical start to the game in this one, and Papatoetoe deserving of that early lead, you would say. Plenty of possession so far in this match as the kickers lined up from front, and it's going to be Manu Lelua, the King's College boy, to convert from in front. Kick is good, and the Panthers lead 6-0.
Well, the day rolls on, Corey, and another fantastic final about to unfold in front of us here. If you're in the neighbourhood, come and join us at Mount Smart. Adults $8, only $2 for under 16s. Children to get in. Look at the crowd melded up out here now. Fantastic day for rugby league. As Marist come back now and getting ready for the kickoff.
Yeah, you mentioned the crowd just looking up the top of the hill there. There's a fair crowd gathering as well at the gate there. So the crowd's coming in for the remaining 3 games today as Marist get us back underway. Papatoetoe will field it and bump the ball forward. Good line speed that time from Marist. Papatoetoe team, minor premiers in the competition. Coming to this one as favourites, and so far justifying that tag. No fewer than 8
Nice little offload.
Counties Manukau's under 15s representatives in this Papatoetoe team, so they are stocked with representative talent. Now they get to the kick, and it's a clever little one over the top, and just put down. I think this should be a knock-on against Papatoetoe. It will be.
It was a great kick.
Yeah, clever little play, wasn't it? Had his fullback, I think, scoring through the middle there. It was a nice kick from Parisi. So Marist, good play restarted and carried forward via Mariner, who takes him up over halfway. So strong in the junior grades, the Marist Saints, and just about bring through more NRL talent than any other club in New Zealand. Plenty of them floating around.
Big run.
We need to look as far as the NRL right now, the likes of David Fusitua, Manu Ma'u. As they get the flick back to the outside, and it's Lamano who is taken down. Meters out from the line. Short they go. Ball is loose. Picked up, and a dodge a ball in the end there. Last tackle coming up now, Marist. Need to get a little bit of structure back to their game. To the line they go. They dribble in behind, but it's easily cleaned up. I think it was the big fella, Penny, who was asked to clean it up in the end. Real family side, this Papatoetoe outfit. Lingy and Ben Penny, the brothers in this squad. A number of the boys with little brothers helping out as ball boys in this team as well. You see big contact there, driven by Ioni. Good defense from Marist. Slowing that play of the ball down, and now a little heads up play. Look at the footwork. Straight through he goes. He's got fullback to beat. Dinks a little kick in over the top, and now it's a foot race. Marist have the advantage. Will they trap him in goal? Brilliant work in the end. Got down low and cleaned up, and I think that was Ethan Finota that time, and now Marist go on the attack. Really like what I see from Sebastian Jack early on. He is lively at the back. Really good positioning as well.
Some of the Marist boys are in the defence late, just getting onside now. Sorry about that, Corey.
Ethan Moen carries forward.
Him. Sorry, bubble.
Ball drops down there, and that'll be an error. Throw the ball away in disgust. So Papatoetoe to start this set inside the opposition half. Papatoetoe get us back underway now. Penny, the man charged with the first carry. To'o jumps out and
close.
chews off another 5 metres. Now they'll work it back through the middle of the park and bring Big Skelton back into the action. Looping ball in over the top, and they keep play moving out to this left edge. Hadfield is tackled 3 metres out from the line. Papatoetoe hunting their second points of the game. Little kick in behind, but Jack's up to it. Sebastian Jackson's open space. Look out! Jack's breaking away now. There's good chase coming across from Papatoetoe, but it looks like Sebastian Jack's going to get the better of them. What a play from the fullback.
Great run.
Sebastian Jack goes all the way. Referee points to the spot. And in a minute, Marist will be even.
Yeah, he's not getting up to thank his mates for backing him up. He's put the afterburners on here and looked like he just ran in a little bit of puff, but then the defender buttoned off too. So you just see there in the slow-mo, and that was enough to get him home, even though there was a late flurry from somebody on the outside.
Yeah. Big long stride, didn't he, Jack, and managed to get away. But it was really good vision from him to position himself to clean that kick up and then go straight through. And we just mentioned a couple of minutes ago his positioning had been spot on in this game, and sure enough, Jack on hand to score Marist's opener. And now he's going to be asked to convert it. Well, I tell you what, he'll take his time here because he was fair puffing after that one.
Yeah, the team wanted to celebrate the try with him. He was going to just leave me here. I'm just chilling. So, great for the Marist team, completely against the grain, and good 95, 98 metres on that one.
Yeah, the second one we've seen today as well. We saw one earlier, Glenora going the length of the field. So Jack puts the ball on the tee. And,
great vocal crowds here too. And as you said, Corey, more coming in on the far side there. Must be getting ready for not just this match, but the next one we've got coming. Strokes that through nicely.
It's all good, and we're locked up 6 points apiece.
You know, running up and down the hill for this big fella has certainly been a workout for Corey. For Troy. Yeah, I've even forgot my own name.
So bad you forgot your own name.
Oh, I thought I'd throw that in there for the viewers. And presentations were fantastic for the winning team down there in the Marlins. They were very, very happy, and I dare say the Bears will not be strangers back to grand finals in further years coming.
Jack traps that one on the foot, and as a result it's a slow one, and the jersey's come off. So the jersey clean off there. I'd love to tell you who the player is, but I've got no idea, and it was the 20. Lomano. Now they work it forward via Fonomoana. Ioni clears the ruck a little.
Little high, yeah.
There. Just came back to the ruck and spot on with the Cole Troy penalty. So Marist kick the touch or tap and go, and it's looking like it may be a tap and go, although change of mind here. Maybe still debating. It will be a tap and go. Get straight back into it. Bump it forward via Ethan Moen. And back-to-back high tackles. Not too often you see that. Look at this, Marist now starting to wind the big boys up. This time it's Tafia, the captain. Right edge they will come. Back towards the middle of the ruck. I really like some of the shape this Marist side have. Using those big boys to their full potential. And we'll go out the back door now and bring the playmaker Mariner onto it. And Mariner plays short at the line. Lomano bumps forward. They're 9 metres out from the line. Ioni. Error in the play of the ball. And that will kill it off. Starting to build really nicely there for the Central Auckland side. So scrum packs down. Papatoetoe get us back into it. Good contact there from Tavita Tafia.
Penalty.
And a penalty.
One around.
So discipline becoming a bit of an issue for both sides over the last few minutes after a pretty clean start. One goes over onto the running track here at Mount Smart, number 2. Another drop.
Fumble.
And now Marist will clean this up and they'll go straight onto the counter. Out of dummy half now, Pahulu. Ioni looks one to his right and brings his back rower. Moen onto the ball. 35 out from the line. Right edge, they will come. Little dummy, just stuck his nose through there, did Lyman. And he felt that one. He's in some discomfort here. And he hasn't moved a lot. The boy's quick to get over there and take the mouth guard out, so that's a bit of a worry here for Caleb Lyman. So, I dare say we'll have a bit of a break here as players paused, but he didn't move around a lot there. Good to see he's now moving around a bit. But the teammates very quick to get over there, take the mouth guard out. As we take a break from the action here, Troy, the Marist Saints at First Division level, well, they won't be in the First Division next year, relegated last weekend after a really tough year for them, but looking ahead to next year, what do you see for the Marist Saints? They've got obviously a young team that they've brought through this year. What are you picking for the Marist Saints in 2019?
Well, if they keep some of their core group, you know, they're not down there by lack of effort. You know, they only missed some of the big games against the big teams by 1 or 2 points. So they're going to be a handful in the Sharman Cup next year. And I dare say there'll be a lot of passion from Tony, their club chairman, to, you know, to be back in Fox. So I think they're going to be, you know, one of the big contenders. They've certainly got size, and look at some of the juniors coming through.
Yeah.
You know, they've got a wealth of talent. So I dare say they're going to be a big team to handle. And if you're not on your A game the day you play Marist Saints in the Sharman Cup next year, then they're probably coming back.
Yeah, and they do have some really brilliant players, the likes of Matsu Briggs, who was such a strong performer for them this year. It'll be interesting to see if Taliafoa Leo Pepe goes around again. It could be sort of more of a changing of a guard. Obviously, last year we saw the likes of Simon Idemir retire, and with that, although he did end up coming back at the back end of the year as they tried to remain in the First Division. But they're in
the
pretty
other thing
safe
that's
hands.
hard too, mate, is a lot of, you know, Mafu Briggs you touched on. He was, you know, one of my favourite players this season. Really hard, you know, playing week in, week out when your team's, you know, up against the grind. Is do they get tapped on the shoulder by other teams in the Fox and, you know, still wanting to, you know, offer up a position to keep playing in First Division?
And of course, all that to be decided over the next few weeks. And looking at the Second Division, it's going to be interesting to see who does come up and join the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. The Bayrosco Vikings, they remain undefeated. Had to come from behind yesterday in their semi-final against the Manurao Marlins, but they are through to the major semi-final. Ponsonby looking pretty strong as well, and had a narrow victory over Ellerslie yesterday. keep things moving there as well. But when you look at the second division, Troy, you're thinking Bay Roskill's the favourites at this stage?
Yeah, pretty hard not to, go past them when you've been undefeated. They've got big size, they've got good players. When they've needed to stand up and compete, they've done it. So, there's a couple of contenders there, but they really have to bring their A game to that match when they go up play against Bay Roskill.
Now, great to see Caleb Lyman back up on the feet and being escorted off the field. So, positive signs there. And for the meantime, the Marist Saints will be without their halfback. And I dare say his day is finished. Doesn't look too well at all.
And for our viewers, rest assured, we have Ambulance St John's is on site, so he'll be thoroughly checked out by the professionals and well cared for. Back to the action.
So the Saints now restructure for them as they go down the side. Little wraparound play. That's nice footy. The ball spills loose. He's going to go very close. He'll go more than close. He will score. Well, that is thrilling rugby league. A little bobble at the end, but he managed to bring it back in, and it is Deanie Mariner who scores the try. Let's take a look here at how it went down. It's a good initial carry there from Whanamoana. Got to a quick play of the ball as well, and then this is nice stuff here. Look at the little wraparound. This is clever. Moen drops it back to Mariner, and then from there, Mariner, the step, the juggle, brings it back in.
Coming past it to himself.
And then does really well here to reach out and score, and that's a skillful play there. He actually had to switch hands with the ball there to get it down in the end. Goes over and gives his side the lead. Sebastian Jack to attempt the conversion. Significantly harder than his earlier one, which was his own try. Smack bam under the post. This one from about 3 metres inside the touchline, and Jack hits it, and this one will be just away to the left, so it will remain Marist Saints 10, Papatoetoe Panthers 6. 20 minutes gone here in the under-15 championship grand final. "30-minute halves for these games, so 10 minutes to go in the first half here.
A lot of nerves earlier when the teams were coming down, especially for the managers and the coaches.
It's probably worse for them than it is the players sometimes. I know from speaking with all the crew this week, certainly an anxious week for them, but an enjoyable one. Very proud people out there.
Shot.
Lovely little offload at the line. While we're at that, a big thank you to all of the team staff who assisted this week with getting together the notes for the commentary and the team lists. It's not something that teams are used to at this level, but it's great to be able to live stream these young kids and give them a chance to show their talents live and free around the world. As Tafia bumps it forward now, and they'll go out to the left, and they get to the kick, and Mariner will kick between winger and fullback, and it is cleaned up by To'o, who was tackled 10 metres out from his line. He's really stood up in the last couple of minutes, Mariner, with Lyman off the field, handling the majority of the play on the ball. Come last tackle is big contact there now. Look at that, driving him back was Ioni.
Yeah. Great technique.
Stuff here from Marist. They're up quickly, and look at this. They've hardly gone 10 metres here, Papatoetoe. In fact, they haven't. They've gone 5 metres. As they approach the last tackle, they're now going to spread the ball and look to find some success, but they're going to end up kicking from deep inside their own half here. And it's going to need to be a good one. This is last tackle. They're going to run it. Ball pops out. That's an error. That is ball from Papatoetoe. Jack picks it up. Now he dances across field. He'll take the tackle. And they're going to start this set 30 metres out from the line. Marist looking for their 3rd try of the game. Mariner, a little bit of full work at the line. Steps it back on the inside.
Panthers have to really scramble on the line now. They don't want to leak another one.
Left edge they come. A little tip on. Ragdoll to ground there. That'll be a penalty. Up high is the call. That's the 14 for Papatoetoe. Noble, who is pinged, and now Marist. We'll take that, and we'll add a third try. Let's take a look on the Auckland Rugby League instant replay. That one was so quick, even the commentators missed it.
I was writing down penalty. That was a try.
So let's take a look here. There's the high shot from Noble. And, we didn't really get a good look at it, but what happens next? Look at that. The tap and the go. That's an interesting one. You don't usually see quick taps allowed inside the 10 like that, but anyway, the try is scored, and it's Atu Naisa Pahulu who scores the try. Jack to attempt the conversion from almost the exact same spot as his last one, which went just away to the left. Can he make the necessary adjustment?
He'll get
this time? Yes, he does. Straight over the black dot. Jack kicks it, and it is the Saints who lead 16 points to 6. 6 minutes to go in the first half here at Mount Smart Stadium number 2 in the Under-15 Championship Grand Final. And after a really good start, Papatoetoe just lost their way a little bit the last few minutes. Troy penalties, probably a fairly big contributing factor in that one.
Couple of errors. And lack of ball. It's all been one-way traffic for the Marist in the last patches of play anyway. And guess what? They're getting the ball back, Corey.
Or are they? Yes, they will, just. Ball just about goes dead, and we've seen 2 restarts like that so far where the opposition team has found touch. Fairly short field here at Mount Smart number 2, and now a bumping carry forward. That time, I think, from David Papatoetoe. In fact, it was the 22, Bradley Cohen. Mariner dinks a little kick in, tackled off the ball. That's a harsh call on Papatoetoe. Although, certainly by the letter of the law, it's the correct call. It's an unfortunate one. Really hard to pull out of the tackle there in the heat of the moment.
Trainers run on to give advice or hand water. We're not sure. No water was taken, so I'm pretty sure there was kick for goal. Kick for line, sorry. Interesting to see.
Shout out to Marist old boy Jason Williams as well, guiding Mount Albert Grammar through to the SAS College Rugby League final. They will play Kelston in a week and a half at this venue. I'm bringing you live action on the 22nd of August, all afternoon really into the evening. Looking forward to that one. Great to see Mags through to the final. Jump out of dummy half now, Ioni! Good goal line defence from Papatoetoe, and they drive him back. Really up against it here now are the minor premiers. Jack is the dummy half. Mariner short at the line. They go over the line. Held up is the call.
One blade off.
Short as well. Ioni turns back to the inside. What about the defence? Papatoetoe. Brilliant stuff from the Panthers. One out stuff from Marist. Have they got there this time? Held up again.
Great D.
That is admirable defence. Brilliant stuff from the Panthers. They have been up against it the last few minutes. Just keep showing up.
It's taking a bit of fuel out of the tank too, isn't it? Panthers just on the line there.
You will be hearing the referee audio come through now, ladies and gentlemen. We've managed to pick up the signal again. We do apologise, a few technical issues to start the day here.
It was the way he's holding his tongue.
So Papatoetoe, what will that do for them? Such a brilliant goal line stand there, and now they get the chance to hit back before the break. Need to be careful though, they need to complete a set really, because they have been starved of possession the last 10 minutes. Hardly had their hands on the ball at all. There's a good carry out a dummy half from Doyle. Now they shuffle play on. They
Great
give it to
pass.
Mir, and there's room out here on this left edge. A galloping run. Crucial ankle tap in the end, and then Marist get their numbers to slow the play of the ball down, and it's a very slow one on halfway.
He's got the penalty.
And that was almost a cynical one, really.
So they need to show a little patience here, and not a bad kick. We'll try and build a bit of pressure.
So by our
Turn the
count,
tide.
inside the final 2 minutes, our clock won't be perfectly in line with the match clock, ladies and gentlemen, but it does give you a good indication. You hear the siren as it sounds, but not long to go anyway. This could be the last play of the half, and Papatoetoe with the chance to potentially go into the sheds trailing only 16-12. They'd be happy with that as Doyle jumps out of dummy half and looks to steal a few meters, and it's going to be a penalty to the Panthers. They want to get things moving again here now.
Very interesting. Here we go. Quick tap.
Back underway, the little goose step from the big fella, Penny. Right edge they come. Noble. Wrestle to ground right in front of the Sport Safe uprights. Doyle clears the ruck. Shifts out to this left edge now. A little bit of footwork. The fend just about goes through there. It was Truce Hadfield going so close. A little burrow. They're over this time, I think. Held up is the call. Back out to the 10. Restart. Kick in behind. Marist back. That was a tricky one. That's well picked up in the end. Siren will go. And we'll get one more play in here. They'll wrap the ball up here, Marist, and
They better tackle him.
well, tell you what, still going and then taking the ground. Now, the siren's gone, but maybe the referee hasn't heard it. So a bit of controversy here now as play continues, and he's taken the ground. It will be the Marist Saints who take a 16-6 lead into the break here over the Papatoetoe Panthers. A very short break, and then back with the second half action from Mount Smart Stadium, number 2.
And the Marist leading at the break, 16 points to 6.